Right, okay, so this is basically This is basically the end of part 2 now. She's basically all ready to start painting, I guess, if you put it that way. Yeah, I just need to go prime it, fill off a couple of bits around here. I'm not sure what actually. No, I'm going to put a bit of glue underneath there. It's here I'm talking about. There's just a bit of gap there. That'll be sorted out with a bit of glue, that will be, so no problem there. What, have we got any problems with anything else? I don't think so. No, everything seems to be in order. All sanded down, everything. So I can get that masked off and then ready for priming, I suppose. It's been one of a hell of a construction for this little kit it has. I like it, but it's a bit annoying, I guess. All that construction work going in. But it's worth it in the end. And plus it's going for the group build, so that's going to be okay. Right. Well. Oh, just want to talk about what I've done so far. Well, I added the stabilizers and the elevators and the fin on the back. Well, not the fin, the tail. Sorry. There is a bar across here that you're supposed to put in, but I'm going to put that in after because that's needs to be chrome silver. That needs to be. It's like a bar for the rudder to move back and forth. So I'm going to leave that like that. You can have the elevators up and down and the fin left and right, but I just prefer it like that. And I put the exhaust parts in here. Now you don't hardly see most of the exhaust because they've got covers on them. Very interesting covers I see. So yeah, very interesting pet plane. Big wings for one small little aircraft. Looks good, I like it. Dear me. So with that, I give you a farewell. Like I said, this is my entry for my own group build, Smash the Wall group build. So if you're watching, if you want to follow along, come along and join me. Ends on the 1st of April. Plenty of time. So with that, I give you farewell. Happy modelling, and I shall see you in the next video. Cheers and goodbye for now. Hello, and welcome back to welcome back, I should say. Welcome to part 3. As you can see, I'm just in the middle of putting this bit of blue tack on certain parts of the model around here. Now, yes, I know what you're going to say, why have I skipped ahead? Well, because I just wasn't in the mood to do any filming when doing the important part, because I bought some new acrylic what was it called, primer. See how it worked. So it worked well, so I tested that out. And also funny enough, I've got some of this now, airbrush cleaner from Vallejo. This is actually really good stuff, guys. It's really very nice. It's just unblocked my airbrush, which I've been really annoyed at for the past month or so. So I'm really happy about that. And the paint colour I've done this is like a base coat is Tamiya's XF59, which is desert yellow. A very nice colour how it's turned out. So I've used that straight from the bottle with a bit of thinner to apply it. Now what the idea is, I'm applying these bits of blue tack for the camouflage pattern here, as you can see it. It's a shame that it's not provided in colour. Well, it's an old kit, but I'm not really that old, it's just would be better in colour. But that's how it is, I'm afraid. And it's daunting, challenging, and basically what I'm doing, I'm putting the blue tack, covering up the desert yellow, and then go spray it in a dark green. Right, okay, so I have this little thing sprayed. Next thing to do is take these little bits off and hopefully it should have worked. Let's see. Yes, it's worked perfectly. Start from this wing all the way down. Oh, it's going to be one long process, methinks. Alright, so yeah, this has actually worked. First time I've done this. It's easy to do. Works really well, sorry. Sometimes it's actually a pain, this looks like, to be perfectly honest. I know there's other stuff on the market, but at the end of the day, blue tack is actually the simplest thing to use, to be totally honest. You will forgive me, I'm not going to really talk much today, my throat is absolutely killing me. It is, I've got a sore throat passed down in the family. Thank you. Yeah. Sorry. Also cold as well. Yeah, so actually it's worked very much well. I like it. Very nice. Very nice indeed, by the looks of it. That. Tell you what, I'm just going to use my... No, back to the tweezers again. Like that. It looks alright actually, to be perfectly honest. A few scratch marks here and there from this, but there you go. Ah, wonderful. There you are. Right. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just go ahead and finish this off and I'll come back in a minute. It's one long process, as you can see, and I don't want to get like boring you. Alright, right, so as we have it, basically all the painting and all the marking is now done. Well, might need to do a bit of touch up there. You see, I gave it a base coat of the desert yellow, which I used that colour for. Hold on a minute, let me zoom you out. That's a bit better, isn't it, for you? Yeah. I gave it a base colour of that, and then what I did was I used blue tack. Well, I've showed you now. It's been a while since I did that part. I put blue tack on it, I sprayed it in the green, and gave it another respray because I wasn't happy with the colour. I then did the underside in the light blue, and then I did the markings. Now, first time airbrushing markings, good and bad things about it. One, mask up every single bloody thing, because I had a lot of overspray along here, so I've had to go over a lot of the paintwork yet again. So I wasn't happy about that. But however, I'm just going to go over it again. I did the first coat and now I'm going to do a second coat. Then gloss varnish it, put the small decals down and weather it. Yes, that's really it. So I'll go ahead and finish it off and see you then. Okay, so moving very fastly on as you can see anyway. I can't remember the last time you saw this, so I forgive about this, but yep. She's painted, glossed, decaled, painted, glossed, painted again, weathered, and now finally matted down. Seriously, this is how long it's taken me basically to do this. I recorded last video about 2 weeks ago, and in my spare time I've been just doing this on and off. It's been an absolute pain. There's a load of overspray, there was. Parts didn't match. Decals are finally on, I'll give that. The insignia at the back, that's all hand painted on. I had a problem with the angle, which it sat on the rudder. Weathering again, you name it, just a load of things happened, and yeah, pain in the backside basically. This little thing has fought me all the way along, but however, it's basically almost complete. Very happy about it, and love the way she's turned out. Katyusha has turned out beautifully. Yeah. Right, the next thing to do is try to look in here in the box. Well, by the looks of things, guys, things, guys. You got the bombs going on, gunners, cockpits, speedos, hat prop, and then we're done basically. So it's just adding all the little details on, which is going to be a pain. Right, well, I'm going to let that dry fully now, the matte varnish. Right, okay, so well, as you can see, what I've done so far is a lot again. The landing gear is on. That so far is the most difficult part of the kit, I think, because the landing gear went on perfectly after letting it dry for a couple of hours and that, but the wheels themselves didn't go on because the I'll just leave that like that, rest like that. The pegs that, if you imagine like the landing gear is like that, and there's pegs coming out of here which the wheel sits in where they got holes, and sitting like there. Well, those pegs, when I pushed in, broke off, and they were just very cheap, nasty plastic that just broke off any second. If I just tapped it, it would have fell off, so that was really darn useless. So literally, without those pegs, the wheels just slotted in and out. There's nothing for them to hold into. So once those wheels were in, I had to squeeze the two things inward in order to glue it together, and things got really messy in there, and so I've got to repaint tyres and just give it a bit of sanding, stuff like that, from fingerprints. The joy of making wheels, eh? Anyway, move on to tail. One good thing is that the I don't know why it's the wire, the strut wire, I don't know. It's all completed. Having a look, the bottom half was actually just cable, it was connected to the bottom, whilst on the top it was actually metal. So what I did was I used for the top there, I used some stretched sprue, painted it black, and then moved on to the bottom. I took some grey thread. So that's very good stuff. That cost me nothing. That didn't. Yep, just got that together, and that's on that. At the minute, the tail wheel is just drying off. Again, the pain. I'm just letting it dry now. So, hold on a second. This part is Kate. Again, like the front wheels, it's not a good, hasn't got a good resting point on the back wheel. So, what was that? Oh, what's that? So with that done, I'm gonna move on to the next part in a minute. When I've done and let that dry, I'm going to show you how to make ridiculously stupid, not clear canopies into things of work, which you'll see in a minute. Alright, let that dry for a bit and see you in a bit. Well, here we are. What you can see in front of you is basically the finished product. A lot has been done on this. So I'll go open the window. It smells of WD-40 in here. Jesus. Yeah. I sprayed the chair because it was squeaky, but fixed now. Yeah, it's complete. Everything's been achieved on it, and what I wanted anyway. And I have to say, it's been really fun building this. Had my issues and a lot of swear, like inappropriate words along the way when fitting, but you know, it's finally achieved. Excuse me. Now, the turrets at the front were very complicated as they didn't fit, so I had to try and make them fit. But still, they've come out like that. Perfect. The canopy just about fitted, both here and the rear gunners. So I had trouble with that as well. But what I do like about it is the rails are painted silver, so it gives a nice impression of the wear and tear on it. Now, talk about wear and tear, I haven't done much on it. I've done the weathering in the spars and the rivets and anything else like that, but for exhaust I've only done a little bit because I had a look at someone else's online and they only did a bit of grey dry brushing on the exhaust stains there. As for the turret at the back, well, the rear gun I should say, it's not really a turret. I put it in position, I wanted it open anyway, but I wanted to put it in a position where it would look like, I don't know, kind of special in a way. You know, very weird and complicated. But of course the weathering has turned out brilliant. Now, the turret front you can see there, there's a lot gone in there, as well as the cockpit and the rear gunner, but unfortunately most of it has been taken up by its, you know, the outside interior. Turn underneath, we can have the rear glass panel, the rear gun, you can see underneath there, and of course the bomb load. I chose the 8, I think it was 50 kilogram bombs I think I've done in this version. You can do other ones, but I've just done them ones because they look more decent. Now, the rear gunner was actually a spare from the actual box. It has 3 versions of guns. You have the type of Lewis gun, I can't remember, it's the Russian version of it. You have that version, a different version like First World War one, or the modern day, I think it's the SHAK machine gun this had on it. So I just used a bit from that one, I just put on the bottom. So you are. Underneath side tugboat, which landing gear is very flimsy, as you can tell in my last bit. I didn't like how they went together. Moving on to the back, the tail wheels sit perfectly, and the metal, what do I call it, string I'll call it, is underneath there, and of course at the back here you've got the solid plastic. Right, the props at the front, now they were painted silver at the front, but of course a black tone towards the back there. Very interesting. What else to talk about? Oh yeah, the cockpits. Now, I did add some seat belts you can see in there, but let's face it, I don't think hardly anyone will see that. But anyway, it's come to the end. You can probably hear a plane humming about somewhere in the background. But anyway, it's come to the end of the build for my entry into my own group build, Spanish Civil War. If you're watching, you do have until the 1st of April to get the completion deadline done. I'm going to do another update very soon. So with all that, time for the photos in a minute. I wish you thank you for following along this build. I wish you happy modelling, and I shall see you very, very much soon. Cheers and happy modelling. Goodbye for now.